Hello, hello, hello. I'm back. I'm doing this quick reading on Jason Mitchell. If you guys would like your own personal reading, contact me at rettaware@gmail.com. If you are looking for me, you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter under Intuitive Retta. We're looking at Jason Mitchell. If you don't know who he is, I really didn't know too much about him. My brother-in-law turned me on to The Shy. I don't really watch it. He had me and him were bonding one day, and he was watching it, and he was trying to get me into it. But he was the star of the show called The Shy, which is on Stars or Showtime. I don't remember. But he also was about to be starring in a new movie from Netflix called Desperado. And I guess his co-star on The Shy has been complaining for a while that there was some sexual harassment, and the Shy really didn't do nothing about it. I think she even said she had to bring her boyfriend to set because that's how uncomfortable she was. I don't know if she eventually left. Did she leave? I don't remember. But now it's like he's fired from everything, and even his company, his PR company, and everybody has dropped him. His birth cards is kind of is the Emperor in Death, which is kind of strange for him to have this type of behavior. Emperor is like a leader, uh, a respectable guy, like a businessman, and with Death. They have to learn to get rid of things that no longer serve them, people, places, and things, or they can hold on to things and do a grudge. But this year, for him and his 2019 energy, this year was not good for him. It's not going to be good for him in 2019. It's the Hermit and the Moon. So a lot of psychological issues, a lot of isolation issues, a lot of emotional ups and downs. It's not going to be a lot of secrets being exposed, so forth. So this year for him in 2019 is not a good year. 2020 may be better for him. It's his magician year. So he could make a comeback. We'll see if all these allegations. Make sure you guys subscribe and hit the thumbs up. We're going to see what's going on with him. My phone is taking forever to kind of charge. So we're going to do this fast so I don't lose. Oh, and shout out to all my BitChute. I usually don't say hi to you guys, but my videos get uploaded on BitChute too. So hello, all the people from BitChute. Okay, so let's see what's going on with him. What's his sexual problem? Just kind of surprises me that he's an emperor and he's having these issues like that. So we'll see what's going on with him. Let's see. Okay. He's very vulnerable. So he has a lot of vulnerabilities. That's what causes him to do these sexual acts, is because of his vulnerability. We'll see what that means. Also, is everything's new. His energy, all this, even though he's been a star, this energy has given him like this vitality and this new energy, and at times it's caused him to be vulnerable. So let's just see. Jason Mitchell, where is he at right now? He's in the stage of trying to in himself trying to, like I said, next year is his magician energy. He's trying to do it this year, but it's not going to work for you, Jason. He's trying to reinvent himself. He's trying to kind of take things by the bullhorns and try to figure it out, take ideas and bring them out. Next year is a better year for that. Next year would be a good year for you to, start something new, directors, manifestation energy. He's trying to do that now. What's his cross to bear? Is emotions. He's got some emotional issues that he needs to kind of work on. Let's see, underneath all that is the major change in his life. I think he had major changes so fast that, which is telling him everything was new, this new energy. It's caused him to be vulnerable. That's been going on for the last year. He was celebrating his success, his victories. For the last year, he thought he was at the top of the pyramid. Nothing could bring him down. He was like, But at the same time, he left himself vulnerable. We're going to get into his what's on his mind. He's having some psych issues. Some secrets are being exposed. The moon. Remember, I said this year is his moon energy. So the hermit and the moon, his isolation, psych issues, emotional ups and downs, his secrets being exposed. That's what's going on in his head, and also his indecisiveness. He can't figure out how to go from here. He can't see, how to get out from here. What changes to make, what decisions to make. He feels like he's kind of stuck. Um, um, is this upside down? All some of these cards. It's also talking about his stress, his anxiety. There's something not going right in his head. Remember, I said this year is about his emotional. I would think, and he's having some emotional problems in his emotions. I think he needs to go get some help. Um, I see a lot of women. I see a lot of women. I see a lot of women. I see a lot of women, three in particular. That's a problem. One, that there was some sexual contact. One, that maybe she was his age or younger, and it might have been an immature type of thing. And a woman that he worked with. I think he was very aggressive and passionate. I do see that. I think he's trying to figure out spiritually how to balance things. He needs to figure out spiritually how to balance things between work, home, the problems, stuff like that. And he's right now in the process of trying to defend himself against all these allegations. So let's see about this sexual deviancy, or what's going on. Why was he fired? Basically, that's what I want to know. Let's see. Make sure you guys do a thumbs up. Any questions why I'm here? Hopefully, I'm trying to see the time. Hello. I didn't know who he is either, but he's he's a young actor. He was part of that Compton movie, the Easy-E thing. Isn't that the movie where should Knight end up going to jail for running someone over? I think so. So what's up with him and these allegations? What's up with him and these allegations? Let's see. What's up with him and these allegations? He's angry, grief. Let's see. Very aggressive with him. He was very aggressive. This woman wasn't trying to have sex with him. There was this woman, he found her sexy, but this is the Queen of Wands, who's usually a willing participant, but it was upside down. So, even though she was sexy, and they might have even been, playing around, or even been naked, or some type of sexual contact, she wasn't down for it. I think they work together or something together, because this is the Four of Wands, but you see many hands in the same pot. So they were all working together on the same thing. So I think this was someone she worked for. I think this is the Son of Wands, which is a very aggressive, primitive, sexual young man. And here is this, which is aggressive, sexual. Yes, I do. Whoops. I do believe he was a sexual aggressive. I think these allegations are very true. He has some issues that he needs to deal with in regards to, I don't know if he was in a past relationship or anger, but he's going through a lot of grief and anger that he thought he was done with it. I don't know if it's about past relationships or parents or what, but he had a lot of grief and anger in him, and he thought maybe with his success that he overcame, but he didn't deal with the issues that he had at hand. You know how when things are going good, you don't really deal with the issues, and you kind of put them aside, and sometimes you're forced to deal with it. So yes, there's some stuff from his past. Yeah, he hasn't learned from his mistakes of his past or what went down in his past. He didn't get help, and he thought he was, because he was successful, that he didn't have to deal with it. And he still was holding on to a lot of grief and anger from the past that he never dealt with. That's causing all this sexual aggressiveness. So yes, he was. That's where he was fired. He is sexual. Let's see what's going on with him in his future. Remember, next year is his magician year, so he could have, a comeback. Let's see. Um, what about his profession? His profession, how's that going to go? Let me see this real quick. His profession, his profession, his profession. How's that going to go? Knowledge, study, learning, education. Remember, I said he's going to have to start learning about himself, go to therapy and stuff like that. I don't think it's good. I think this woman, a lot of his opportunities have been halted. He didn't listen to advice. He didn't listen to people who were giving him richness and his opportunities. This woman the woman that's a problem. And also his hopes and his wishes is upside down, and his emperor in his job. So his wishes, his hopes and dreams within his job is turned upside down. He's ruined. He's in a hole that he just can't get out of. If he does get some help, if he gets some help, does he have a possibility of a comeback? It's like next year. He needs to be careful that he doesn't see court. um, he needs to watch his behavior. Also, this saying, can he come back? This is the Seven of Swords, very betrayal, deception, having one face, portraying one thing and really being something else. You know what I'm saying? So, and he has a knife in his hand. So he was portraying this nice guy, and then he was actually, something else behind that mask. He needs to worry about justice, about the justice system. He might, and going full steam ahead, getting everything under control. Um, there has been his words. He also his words was as a weapon. I don't even know if it was just words, but there was some type of conflict. So it could have been his words was the issue, or it could have been a physical that caused some bleeding, or stuff like that. But there's two main women, might be three main women. There is a chance. This is the Eighth of Swords of self-imprisonment. So, he needs to be careful that he doesn't go to jail. But there's also an opportunity for him to kind of get himself out of this. Yeah, he can get himself out of this. It depends on how determined he is, if he's going to get some help, if he's going to change his attitude and deal with some issues from the past that he never really dealt with. And I think, there was some conflict between these women, but there's a chance that he's ruined and he's self-imprisoned. There's a chance that he could go to jail. But so he needs to be very determined and keep his eye on his prize. But there's also a chance of him overcoming and getting out of this and being okay. So I don't know if that kind of makes sense, but are these women going to be, let me just see if there's going to be a court. So there's at least three women. Is anybody saying anything? Whoops. Trying to see. Okay. Okay. Is there going to be any court? I don't think there's going to be court. I think that the women that he worked with, him losing the opportunity, him having to walk away, was a major concern or a major thought process for him. Not for him, but in regards to, court or anything like that. Is there anything? Um, let's see. What did the Shy the people from Shy think of him? The, um, they knew that his lover. They thought he was immature, emotionally immature, and they were worried about his sexual conquest, his lovers, and they thought he was emotionally immature. Um, let's see. Emotionally immature. Let's see about Desperado, Netflix. What did they think about him? Um, they were the attack. Something happened. They were the reason why his hopes and dreams. This wasn't easy for them to do. This wasn't easy for them to do. Um, they seen a side of him that they did. This wasn't easy for them to do. They felt that they had to do something, and that was the loss of his hopes and dreams. It did have to do with a woman. It wasn't easy for them to do. It was weighing on their head, and whatever happened, this other side, this thing, they've kept it as secret as possible. But they felt that they had to literally do something. You know what I'm saying? Like literally fire him, literally let it be known, literally do something. Let's see what else can we do? Any other questions before we go? So he has a chance of turning this around. Even maybe next year might not be the star, maybe like a director or behind the scenes or someone that produces. Um, but yes, it has to. It's at least three to four women have complained about him. One I think was bad. I think one was actually very very serious. Um, um, I think one was actually very very serious. I'm surprised that it didn't go legal. Why isn't this going? Why isn't the women pressing charges or going the legal route? Today, why aren't they doing the legal route? Um, um, why aren't they going the legal route? They're afraid that everything's going to crumble. They're also scared of him. So they're also kind of scared of him. That's why they're not, and they're afraid that everything that they had or their passion everything's going to crumble. And I guess this might have been a dream of theirs for a long time, and they're scared of him. So that's why it's not going legal, like a legal issue. Yeah. Yes, I am. Just email me at reddaware@gmail.com. So that's why this particular woman hasn't went to legal. I think she's scared of him. I think she's scared of him, and she's concerned that not only will he go down, but she may go down too, like lose her career or whatever. Um, wow. I did. Let's see. What is he gonna go get help soon? Um, Is he going to go get help soon? If he wants to keep his job and his career and to deal with his anger issues, he's going to need other people to help him to see a different perspective. It's not telling me if he's going to see it soon, but it's saying that if he wants to continue to work, in the future and get money and continue his passion and get control over his anger issues and to work again, he needs to go see another perspective. But yeah. Um, I think a woman has told him, a lady lawyer or a woman that's like high up, maybe PR. I don't know if his PR was a woman before, but someone that is high up, very intelligent, told him some truths, and she may have encouraged him. He was very naive, and he kind of, walked off a cliff, and um, yeah, he did. He does have an issue. He does have an issue. Let's just see how much longer. Why does he have this? Did I get into that? It was about his anger and grief from the past. Um, he needs to get wisdom, and he needs to do remember the same thing. He needs to seek help, and he needs to deal with these issues that he's been ignoring. So that's basically it. It is true. It has to do with sex. The woman didn't come forward. She's still scared of him, and it was some type of assault, sexual. She's still scared of him, and she doesn't want to lose. While he's going down, she doesn't want to lose her career also. So yeah, that's it. And it's not just one woman. This is like must have been the major woman, but there's been other women that are doing that. Everybody wants me to do Isaac Cappy. I think my reading that I did on him before really, said it all. You know, said it all basically. I don't know if I want to get into that energy of Isaac Happy. Um, but that's it. So you guys got 2 for 2 today. And if you guys get to this, remember I did a Wendy Williams update, and I'll still do a part 2 sometime soon. Put your questions, and I hope this kind of he has a possibility of getting out of this if he gets help. But right now, he has this year for him is all about he's going to have psych issues this year, isolation issues this year, behavioral problems this year. These next 2 years are going to be kind of, rough for him. He may have a possibility of next year, or maybe next year he'll get his life together, the magician energy, and maybe 2022 he may have another chance, but who knows. But he does have a really issue sexually, and he needs to work on his anger issues. So if it's not just sexually, it's physical, like anger, aggressiveness. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye.